India has played a very important role in the freedom struggle of Bangladesh against Pakistan. Following a 9-month war against Pakistan, the country, formerly known as East Pakistan, gained independence in December 1971. In an exclusive interview to ANI, General Shankar Roy Chaudhary, who is the former Indian Army chief, former parliamentarian and a defense expert, talked about his experiences during the war in Bangladesh and the strengthening of Indo-Bangla bilateral relations.
I was concerned with the Indian cooperation with the freedom fighters in Bangladesh, who were later to be known as the Mukti Bahini. So I was concerned with various aspects of their training, equipment, operations, which involved accompanying them to various places. And in that sense, I got to know a lot of young Bangladeshis.
Roy Chaudhary said that the liberation war against Pakistan had started much before it was officially declared.
Well, it was not publicized, it was not acknowledged by either side. The Pakistanis, of course, were saying that we are crossing into Bangladesh and we are shelling Bangladesh, but we never acknowledged it, and there were incidents happening from both sides.
Throwing light on the war, Roy Chaudhary said that the freedom fighters or the Mukti Bahini did not comprise trained soldiers, but it was a group of young and spirited boys fighting for their nation.
But they were not an outfit, because these were young boys, students, people from the villages who were really, they just came out from behind their plows. They were driven out. They were not at all trained soldiers. But the spirit, motivation, very high.
While explaining the current political scenario, Roy Chaudhary stated that unlike the past, when Bangladesh faced the threat of being overtaken by the army, the situation is much more stable now.
Yes, the present lot of the Bangladesh army is very much Bangladeshi, very highly nationalistic, but at the same time you must also understand that the army is being what it is, leaving the army aside, there is a substantial following of what we call the Bangladesh National Party, who definitely have umbilical cords with Pakistan, who definitely have. So the army may be apolitical, but it has to function according to the dictates of the government which is in power. Now, what is interesting to note would be if the BNP came back to power, how would the army behave then?
When asked if steps like bringing in liberal visa policy and open borders were positive to improve the bilateral relations between India and Bangladesh, Roy Chaudhary said that open borders are never a good idea, as strong fences make good neighbors.
It's certainly a positive gesture. But then this has to be backed up by a very strict monitoring mechanism. I do not know whether we have got that capability. It's a very friendly gesture to a friendly country, and Bangladesh has certainly been very friendly to us. So this is really a gesture to Sheikh Hasina. I wonder whether this would have taken place had at this time Khaleda Zia been in power. Open borders are never a good idea. Borders must be monitored. Borders must be strictly controlled. You can have many more crossing points where the people coming to India legitimately can be checked. But open borders, whether with Bangladesh or with any other country which India has borders, is inadvisable.